because muntik na pala magkaroon ng Casimero versus Donaire. So
Mhm.
from your point of view, how did that story pan out? Like what happened there?
God, in which part of the story?
The latest one.
Like
I
kasi ako I heard na
Because the
parang
first one was
there was
crazy.
parang it oh kasi
Parang,
parang ano lang siya parang dito sa Pilipinas it like okay pwede siyang mangyari and then it died. Parang okay, so
Mm.
ano ba matutuloy ba or ano? Then apparently there were a lot of things that happened and then ayan. So
Mhm.
syempre merong iba't ibang version na lumabas dito. Syempre nag-back outan daw.
Mhm.
Tawag dito ayaw ano ito, hindi nagkasundo syempre sa pera, hindi nag-come up sa magandang kontrata, ano ba yung stipulations nung dapat na laban nila. And then of course, syempre yung management ni John Riel during that time, 'di ba? Nasa MP pa siya noon.
yeah.
So, syempre different angles to the story pero as they unfolded in front of you, what transpired during that time?
I just think that John Riel doesn't understand the boxing as a business. Um,
Mhm.
you know,
Mm.
the whole thing about, the VADA paperwork and things like that, and
Yep.
asking us to send them the money for VADA was out of the question. But it came out that he said he never even saw the contract because that was what we were waiting on. So after the VADA thing and that fight fell, he went to fight Rigondeaux. So we
Mhm.
revisited it and we're like, we are not going to sign the contract. We're not even going to talk about it. We're not putting it out on the media until he agrees and puts in all his paperwork. So
Yeah.
after like 3 weeks, we heard John Riel saying
Mm-hmm.
something about Inoue. And we're like, you're not fighting Inoue. Like I already talked to Japan. You're not fighting Inoue. I talked to
Mm.
Bob Arum. You're not fighting Inoue. So what
Yeah.
is the deal? Why aren't you signing the contract? And then that's when Powell got it out of him that he never saw it. So we're like, well, that's weird. And then after that, we tried to help. Jason had emailed us a bunch of times. So, we talked to Richard, we talked to Jose, and Jose ended up signing him at the end of the day. And then I don't know, all of a
Mm.
sudden we were bad people again. So whatever. I'm, I'm over it.
Diba?
It's too much drama.
That would have
Well,
been
yeah.
diba? That would have been an interesting that would have been an
Yeah.
interesting matchup.
But
Pero at
what
least
about
diba? Medyo
the second attempt to try to make the fight before? I remember that Jerry mentioning that uh, they were considering you as or rather Nonito as an opponent prior to choosing Sanchez.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the negotiations dropped as soon as they mentioned that they could not afford the pay that you were asking them.
Yeah, I mean
Uh,
the first one that was coming out of the books was 100,000. Nonito hasn't made
wow,
100,000 since D'Artagnan won, and he made
that's an
125.
insult.
mm,
Exactly. So no, we're not. There's not even a discussion. You need to
Yeah,
go get sponsors or something to
yeah.
supplement this because that's
oo.
not happening. Like he already like had hit past the $1 million mark a long time ago. We're not going
Hmm.
backwards.
Mm.
Yeah,
Diba? And it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make
yeah.
sense
Yeah.
to